In this video, we will be going over the two central questions. What is dandruff and how do you get rid of it? So in this video, first we'll be getting an introduction to dandruff. Next, we'll be going over Malassezia yeast and how it relates to dandruff formation. And after that, we'll be going over solutions to dandruff. And finally, a conclusion. So what is dandruff? Dandruff is a common condition that causes the skin on the scalp to flake. So you might have noticed dandruff if you've gone, for example, 1 or 2 days without washing your hair, and then you might notice these tiny flakes that might be white or yellowish, and that's when you might think, oh, I have dandruff. So dandruff may have several causes, including irritated oily skin, dry skin, sensitivity to hair care products, which is also called contact dermatitis, and other skin conditions. It begins in young adulthood, so when hormones start fluctuating in teenager years, and it can continue through middle age. Dandruff is more prevalent in males and in those with HIV or a weakened immune system. While conducting this research, I've had the question of the difference between dandruff and dry scalp. So dandruff is due to an excess of oil, while dry scalp is due to a lack of moisture in the scalp. So here we have this graph illustrating the different symptoms. So you can see here in dandruff, you have oily large flakes that are yellow or white. But in dry scalp, you get smaller, drier flakes. In both dandruff and dry scalp, you get an itchy scalp, but in dandruff, you have an oily, red, scaly skin. While in dry scalp, you get dry skin on other parts of your body. So to understand how dandruff works, we have to be introduced to a key player in dandruff, and that is the Malassezia yeast. So the Malassezia yeast is a kind of yeast in the fungi kingdom, and it is found on the skins of animals. And you can see a picture of the Malassezia yeast here. This is under the microscope where the yeast was dyed in with methylene blue. So the Malassezia yeast requires sebum to grow. And it is most common in areas with many sebaceous glands, so on the scalp, face, and upper parts of the body. And here is a small video on how Malassezia yeast works on skin. So you can see that it doesn't really move like humans do in that they don't have any feet. So they're just rolling around and absorbing sebum. So how does Malassezia cause dandruff? So you can see here in this illustration, so this is the scalp, and here is a cute representation of the Malassezia yeast. So on your scalp, you have a lot of sebaceous glands, so over here, and inside your sebaceous glands, you have sebum. So sebum goes up through your hair and onto your scalp, and the Malassezia yeast eats it. However, the Malassezia yeast is a picky eater in that they only eat saturated fatty acids. So it only eats saturated fatty acids here. However, both saturated fatty acids and unsaturated fatty acids are part of the sebum. So without the saturated fatty acids, the sebum can't do a good job of moisturizing your scalp, which leads to a more permeable skin on your scalp, and that leads to water loss. When your skin experiences water loss, it causes an immune system reaction. And how the immune system tries to solve this is that it speeds up keratinocyte production. So you can see here in this illustration that so these are keratinocytes or skin cells on our scalp, and you can see that here that keratinocytes are flaking off. So to solve this permeability, the immune system basically makes the keratinocytes flake off at a rapid rate. So if before, like at normal times, keratinocytes flake off in a matter of 4 weeks, now keratinocytes could flake off in a matter of days. And this rapid rate causes these keratinocytes to flake off quickly, and in the process they easily clump together. And when they come together, they become visible masses, which are the flakes that you see in your skin and in your hair. So normally dandruff is not a condition to worry about if you see it in your hair, in unwashed hair over a couple of days. However, if you see red scaly patches on your scalp or skin accompanied by severe dandruff, that is when you need some special treatment. And usually, to solve dandruff caused by an overproliferation of Malassezia yeast, special shampoo is prescribed, specifically antifungal shampoo. So here we can look at one experiment done on two types of shampoo. One which is ketoconazole, a type of medication that has been used over the years and has proven to be very effective against Malassezia yeast. And another one is a shampoo using Ceternitaea, which is a plant-based solution. And you can see Ceternitaea here. So in this experiment, 70 females with severe dandruff were recruited, and they were divided into the control group and the experimental group. The control group used the 2% ketoconazole shampoo, while the experimental group used the 20% Ceternitaea shampoo. The two groups used the shampoo in a duration of 4 weeks, and after 4 weeks, severe dandruff was inhibited. In the 2% ketoconazole shampoo group, the control group experienced a greater reduction in Malassezia yeast, and dandruff levels decreased in severity, while in the experimental group, participants experienced a greater reduction in sebum levels, and patients experienced less adverse effects such as red, inflamed skin. So, however, while these two shampoos both accomplished the inhibition of dandruff, they accomplished it through two different ways. So, how the ketoconazole shampoo stops the overproliferation of Malassezia yeast is that it directly kills the yeast. So, the yeast is unable to continue eating the sebum, and therefore stopping the immune system reactions. However, in Ceternitaea shampoo, the Ceternitaea reduces sebum levels. So when there is not enough sebum or food for the Malassezia yeast, the Malassezia yeast cannot proliferate or grow in number. Thus, there is also less severe dandruff. So while both treatments worked, the Ceternitaea shampoo might be better because patients who use Ceternitaea experience less adverse effects, while in the control group, or those who used ketoconazole shampoo, patients experienced redness in the scalp. So in the past slides, we have been looking over how Malassezia was causing immune system reactions, which is generally thought of as bad. However, is Malassezia all that bad? So a recent study looking at a type of Malassezia globosa, shows that Malassezia might not be all that bad. So, a common bacteria named Staphylococcus aureus, you can see here in a microscope picture here of Staphylococcus aureus. And this bacteria can cause skin infections, and also boils, blisters, and redness on the skin. And how it attaches to humans is that it produces something called biofilm. However, this type of yeast, Malassezia globosa, could weaken biofilm formation of Staphylococcus aureus. So in a way, while Malassezia does harm properties on your scalp, it could also protect your skin from Staphylococcus aureus. So in conclusion, in this video, you learned fun facts about dandruff, Malassezia yeast, how dandruff is created, a study comparing two types of antifungal shampoo, and something good about Malassezia globosa. Thank you for listening.